So something that um I'm noticing about myself is for one, shout out to solitude. Shout out to um me being able to get away from a lot of the things or a lot of the people, a lot of the uh surroundings that I used to surround myself around, you know. Um Shout out to that. You know what I mean? That's first and foremost. Because without solitude, I wouldn't have been able to get away from the noise and the influence uh, of people that just was probably being themselves, but I didn't know who I was. So, you know, um, I was influenced by a lot. I followed a lot. You know what I'm saying? What I thought was cool, or you know. But one thing I'm learning now is like, damn, I went my whole life like following and doing what I thought was cool or what I thought was the right shit to do. Uh, and that shit, like, it hindered me. You know what I mean? It held me back a lot. Even now, just up to this point at 36, it's like, damn, bro. I went all this time in my life doing the things that I thought I liked doing, or being who I thought I was or who I wanted to be. And one thing I'm glad about is like that it ain't over. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like I went through life and um, never um, figured it out, or like figured out who the fuck I really am. It's so important that you find out who you really are before you transition. You know what I'm saying, into another whatever. And like who I want to be is just me. Like I just want to be me. You know what I mean? Whatever that is, and just being authentic. You know what I mean, to myself. I picked up habits on the way of like being a follower and doing shit that I thought was cool or what I thought, you know what I'm saying? Like I picked up habits, I picked up a lot of shit, you know what I mean? And like when you out here, if you lost or if you like easily influenced or if you're easily persuaded, because like, so what I'm trying to say is, if you don't have an identity of your own, it's dangerous because you're going to identify as something else or as someone else. You're going to be trying shit. Like you're going to be doing shit that ain't you. Like you ever hear somebody be like, bro, that ain't even you, bro. Like somebody they know might be doing some shit with some other people and they know that person and they like, bro, that's not even who you are. And I feel like for me, that's what my experience with life has been. When you don't come from like a really strong foundation, and sometimes, listen, sometimes I'll say this, sometimes maybe not having a strong foundation probably can be beneficial because then you're not trying to be, or you're not going to end up being who somebody taught you to be. And now it's like such a strong belief of like with this person that you looked up to or admired or a parent, you know what I mean? It's going to be so strong. You're going to be it's going to be so embedded in your brain and the way you think that you don't know anything else. You're not willing to go on a journey like this to try to find out who you really are, because it's like it's already cemented. Like your parents told you who you are, or whoever raised you, and that's just what you believe. So maybe me not having a dad, maybe me trying all of these different things, or these different ways of living, or what I thought that I wanted to be, or who I thought I wanted to be, maybe it was supposed to be like that, you know what I'm saying? But it can be dangerous too, though, when you like have no identity and you're just trying to latch on to something, you know what I mean? And I think like that's what my life has been. But now I'm trying to find out, who I really am, and you know what I mean, what I really want to try to accomplish, you know what I'm saying, as just being a person, you know what I mean, like not what anybody telling me to do, or what anybody is, you know. Like I just chose on my own, I just chose like the sobriety, just the path of like sobriety and being sober. That was like a decision that I made on my own, you know what I'm saying, because I know that it ain't good for me. And I know everybody say alcohol ain't good and it's bad and all of that. Some people, they probably can make something of it, but for me, I know that I'm better off without it. And being on this whole like authentic awakening and just all of that, I want to give myself a chance to be me 100%, like nothing to nothing to get in the way of that, right? And sometimes I feel like we gotta, as people, we have to deal with the reality of like, it's gonna be painful either way. It's gonna be painful to stay the same, and it's gonna be painful to change. You know, it's like really just like depending on which one you choose. But for me, I was saying this to myself the other day. I was like, damn, I don't know how guys or just people are not living like a purposeful, driven type of life. Cause I drank some alcohol the other day, and I masturbated like twice, right? And even had sex with my girl, and like we just like it was like a day of releasing, and it was like the day before I was drunk as shit, like just in the crib, and just like I just realized like, yo, how did I live like this for over 15 years of just like just coming and going, you know what I'm saying, like with no purpose for real. And maybe that was just like all I knew, so I ain't see nothing wrong with it. But where I'm at now, and maybe I should credit that to just some growth. Maybe I am growing, and a lot of times we grow or we mature and we don't even notice it. But I felt like shit. Like I felt like, damn, bro, like I feel like a mess. Like I feel like I'm not living like when like releasing like that and getting drunk and having a hangover, it was just like this shit not my life no more. Like, and it don't feel good. Like none of this shit I was doing had purpose or had meaning. And like I don't know if I can say for the first time, but it was just more clear to me. Like, bro, I can't live like this. Like, as much as I want to be able to drink and balance it out, as much as I want to be able to release some time and balance it out, as much as I want to eat what I want to eat and balance it out, like, I can't. Like, that shit, it just don't serve my purpose. It don't serve what I'm trying to do and who I'm trying to become. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just got me to thinking, like, how is niggas waking up every day, releasing their seed every day, all day, getting high, getting drunk? Like, I was in that place, like, and I ain't see nothing wrong with it, but I still am thinking like that. Like, now that I'm somewhere else, I'm like, how is niggas doing that? Like, the thought of that, even when I was just like, when I released and I was drinking and I was hungover, I was like, I just keep trying to do the shit that I'm so used to doing, to the point where it's like, I literally can't, bro. Like, I can, but it just, I don't know, it seems chaotic. It seems like that shit, like, it's a nightmare to me, bro. Trying to be who I used to be, trying to be how I used to be. Like I said, I don't know how people do it. But again, some people might not. That's the norm. That's their norm. That's their reality. But for me, it's like, man, like, and change is, it's painful, bro. Like, it is. You know what I mean? It's scary. It's painful. But I like, I like the, I like the odds of me being uncomfortable and it being painful and scary and unfamiliar, rather than being in pain and all of these other things with familiarity, with my familiarity. Like, I'll choose the complete unknown before I keep going through the known, the shit that I know, because it's like, man, it's like, I don't know. It just don't make sense, right? And I feel like for a lot of guys, we get stuck in that shit. We get trapped. It's a cycle. And then I think that's as, you know, the misery and the depression sinks in. But I don't know, man. That shit just had me thinking like, yo, I don't know. I don't know exactly where I'm going. I don't know where I'm gonna end up, but I know, you know, I do have a good feeling that I'm going in the right direction with this journey. You know what I mean? That I'm on. You know, and it may not be all about money as I probably want it to be, or anything like that, but I feel good about what I'm doing because I know I'm going the right way. And I asked God for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I asked the Most High for that. You know what I mean? I asked my ancestors, the universe, I asked for that. And of course you thinking, you know, I got kids, I want to be able to take care of them. Of course I want to make, when I initially was like, God, just make sure I just don't want to go the wrong way no more. I want to go the right way. Of course, I'm thinking about money. I'm thinking about how I'm going to take care of myself, thinking about how I'm going to pay the bills I got, how I'm going to take care of this, how I'm going to take care of that. But listen, it's something to be said about just knowing, being reassured that you're going the right way. You know what I'm saying? You're moving purposefully. You know, it's something, it ain't all about money. It's something to be said when you when you going in the right direction, um, and you know that it's towards a greater good of yourself, and like you're moving, like I said, you're moving with purpose. You know what I'm saying? Releasing, drinking alcohol, getting fucked up, eating bad food. For me, definitely that's like that go together. Like that's like one and two for like me, and drinking and shit like that. Then I'm releasing, and so just the head of the problem is like alcohol. So that's why I said, you know what, I'm gonna choose to live my life sober. You know what I'm saying, from here on out, and so I can have that clarity, because that shit didn't feel purposeful, bro. I felt like lost. You know what I mean? I felt like shit. I felt like a lot of different feelings just off of that. Just off releasing and drinking and just being all, I'm like, this shit, bro, I can't do this shit no more, bro. So, you know, life is better when you're moving with purpose, man. When you're moving with discipline, and it's gonna be hard, but the reward is a lot more better than that instant gratification of just like being able to put some porn on, or being able to drink some alcohol till you forget everything or forget your problems, or eating bad food, you know what I'm saying? Because you might be stressed out or whatever. Like, it ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it.